Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Smash Up expansion. This is for It's Your Fault. This is actually a really interesting set because of how it came about. So they basically, the Smash Up, creators and everything, they did an AG, they did a poll of like, here's like, I don't know how many they had, like 32, I think it was, different groups they thought about doing. And they basically did like a tiered bracket and they narrowed down everyone voting. And these were the final four that came out of it. So this was actually ones that fans and players actually voted on what ones they would like to see. Which then they did revisit that list later on. They used some of them for like the next, like I think the next 4 or the next 8 became other sets they did as well. I know for sure 4. I'm not sure if the ones after that, if they get another poll. But that's kind of cool, because they let fans pick what they wanted to do. That's why it's called It's Your Fault. Like, you pick these groups, this is why we did it. It's also a special, interesting thing. Shark delivery system, TM included. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll get to what that means. So, this game, if you're not familiar, is you mash 2 different decks of factions together or teams. So superheroes and sharks become superhero shark to make one deck. You play minions and actions down to try and break bases and gain a certain amount of points. And then after you have 15 points, you win the game. Fairly easy as that. This comes with tokens that are going to look like superhero capes or looks like they have tornadoes around them. And then there's all the different stuff in here. Like I've said in the other videos, if you watch them, you can buy any of the expansions and you can actually play a 2-player game against each other. You just have limited options, but you can buy multiple expansions and just cram, you can play the game. Because each set comes with its own instructions and everything. So you never actually have to buy the base set. So this set is also unique because it comes with 5 factions. So we're going to have dragons, the mythic Greeks, sharks, and superheroes, which are the 4 listed on the pictured on the cover. And then the shark delivery system was tornadoes. So it says, yes, we hope you got the oblivious joke, but hey, tornadoes are pretty awesome in this game, not as much in real life. So get ready to spread minions all over the place with these excellent shark delivery systems. So they snuck an extra set of tornadoes in here without telling anybody. So even like when they were promoting the game and everything, on the box, there's nothing in here that says specifically that there's, the extra tornadoes. Like, they even list it. 4 factions, 4 dividers, all that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of cool. They don't actually list it. I think, was this the first set then that had... Oh, nope. So yeah, they... Starting with the Pretty Penguin, which is one of the previous ones, they started adding dividers in here, which I actually haven't shown off. So you're going to get dividers like these to start out your cards. And the only reason I guess I haven't really shown them off is because if you buy any of if you're just buying the decks, you're going to have them in here. But you're all going to get one of these big dividers which go with the cards. So if I put a card in front of it, they'll actually stick out over the top so you can see what they are. But if you're just playing with the boxes, you're just going to shove them back in the boxes. But others, they are going to come with their own dividers for each set. But they have storage boxes. We buy the storage boxes. All the storage boxes come with dividers as well. Which is why I don't think I bothered to mention it. Alright, let's hop in here and see what we got. So let's just start with dragons. Everyone's favorite mythical animal. Creature, monster, I'm not really sure. So we're going to get some hatchlings. So ongoing. After another player, and we're going to have... Sweet. Got 4 of them. We got, after another player plays or moves a minion here, it gets -1 power till the end of turn. So it kind of like intimidates them a little bit. We have 3 copies of the Imperial Dragon. Ongoing, after another player plays or moves a minion here, draw a card. So far these guys are gaining bonuses when other things enter their area. We have 2 copies of the Wavering, which I love. These are different types of dragons. Instead, they could have just been like red dragon, blue dragon, green dragon. So they did different types of dragons. Destroy a minion here with a power of 3 or less. Talent. Reduce the breakpoint of this base by 3 till the end of turn. And get rid of their stuff and make it easier. And then finally we have the Great Worm. Ongoing. Other players here are rewarded 1 less VP from this base when it scores. It's a little bit different. Let's see what their effects do. And I love these arts when they incorporate the other factions. We have Burn It Down. It's one of the pirates. Destroy a base and any actions played on it. Replace it with the top card of the base deck or a base from the discard pile. All minions from the original base remain. We're kind of clearing everything up. We have 2 copies of Ruins. So they're destroying one of the princess's castles. Playing a base. Ongoing. Other players here are rewarded 1 less VP when this base scores. These guys are doing dragon stuff. They're destroying things and they're... which makes sense. We have Rays, which are the mad scientists. Playing a base, ongoing. This base's ability is cancelled. So these guys are taking control of the land, which is what it seems that they like to do. Dangerous Ground is fighting a dinosaur. King Rex to be exact. Playing a base. Other players must discard a card to play a minion here. So they're going to destroy areas or take them over. We have Flank Attack. Fighting a robot. Search your deck and or discard pile for an action that can be played on a base. Play it as an extra action. Shuffle your deck if you searched it. Intimidating Presence. So this one's actually kind of neat. So you have Geek Event, which is fighting as a wizard, a Sailor Moon, and a Jedi. Just kind of like hitting it at like a con. Playing a base. Ongoing. Other players' minions have -1 power. Special. Before this base scores, you may play this card there. Dragonlands. Playing a base. Ongoing. Your minions have +1 power. Special. Before a base scores, you may play this card there. And finally, 2 copies of Bring Down the Walls. Play on a base. Ongoing. Before this base scores, you may play a minion here. So the dragons are all about taking control of bases. Either they're going to wipe everything off of it, or they're just going to dominate on them. So that's actually a neat card type. So we have Worm's Desolation, which is play on Lord of the Rings, Smaug's Desolation, or The Hobbit. Each minion here has -1 power. Or we have Dragon's Lair. Not directly referencing the video game, but just the fact is dragons hoard gold. The winner draws 3 cards. So those are our dragons. And who likes to fight dragons? Knights. But we don't have any knights in this set, so we'll go with our next best thing, our mythic Greeks, who also like to fight monsters. So we have the Argonaut. So Jason of Argonaut. Trigger all abilities that would trigger from you playing an action. Special. Anytime you can play an action, you can play this card instead. Ooh, that's cool. So you can play him as an action. You get trigger extra action abilities. We have Spartan, or probably Leonidas. Ongoing, place +1 power counter on this minion after the first time you play an action this turn. So we're bringing back the power counters from the monster set. These guys are going to play a lot of actions, it looks like. So then we have some fun ones. We're going to have Hercules, which looks like there's a Xena in the back. Ongoing, after play after any player plays an action, this minion gains +1 power till the end of turn. And there's our Jason of Argonaut. There's Golden Fleece. Ongoing, after the first time you play an action each turn, choose a base. All your minions there get +1 power till the end of turn. So the Greeks are gaining extra bonuses for doing actions. It's kind of like Hercules' 7 labors, or Jason in his mythic battles, or we have like Odysseus, and he gets to do his quest. So he just poked the eye out of that Cyclops there. So basically, like, they're doing all their mythic grand adventures, their odysseys, as you could say. Ongoing, after you play an action, place a +1 power counter on one of your minions. So let's see what they do. They get a bunch of favors. A favor from Hades. Place an action card on your from your discard pile into your hand. The favor of Ares. Choose one of your minions. It gains +3 power till the end of turn. The favor of Aphrodite. Play an extra minion. Favor of Dionysus, who's the god of wine and alcohol. Choose one of your minions to gain +1 power till the end of turn. You may play an extra action. You may place this card on top of your deck instead of the discard pile. Nice. The favor of Athena. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may play one of the revealed actions into your hand, and then return the rest to the top of your deck in any order. Love stuff where you can choose stuff and stack your deck. That's great. The favor of Hermes. Play 2 extra actions. So there's God of Speed. I guess I didn't even go through who all these gods are. So Hermes is the Greek god of speed. Athena is the god of, I believe, wisdom and knowledge. I already went through them. Aphrodite is the goddess of love. Ares is, of course, goddess of war. Hades is god of the underworld. And then we got the favor of Zeus, god of lightning, father of the gods. So reduce the breakpoint of any base by 5 till the end of turn. Helps us score quicker. We have Hera, so I want to say goddess of... I don't know if she was the goddess of beauty, but she's also like the mother god. Place +1 power counter on up to 2 of your minions. We have the favor of Apollo, who's the goddess of... I want to say goddess of the sun. I believe that's what he is. Or goddess of light. God of light, not goddess. Draw an extra card and play an extra action. And then god of the water would be the favor of Poseidon. Shuffle up to 3 cards from your discard pile into your deck. So that's definitely cool. That's the other thing that's unique about this one. So we're going to get a couple different extra single heroes instead of a bunch of duplicates. Plus, not one of the action cards are repeated, which is unique to this deck. I don't think that's happening in any other deck so far. We have Wooden Horse, the Trojan Horse, of course. It's rhymed. After any player plays an action, he or she may give a minion here +2 power till the end of turn. And the Oracle at Delphi, which is how they summon, see what the gods wanted type of thing. After you play a minion here, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an action, draw it, otherwise return it. So yeah, the Greeks. So, like, I think like, one of these things, you see this, you'd be like, oh, there's Greeks. That'd be awesome to get, like Romans or things like that, so you could have, like, some of the other Roman gods, like Mars and Pluto and stuff. Just a different idea. So now we're going to jump into superheroes. So we've had mythical dragons, mythical Greeks, fantasy creatures. Now we're going to have some superheroes. So we have 5 copies of the Mild-Mannered Citizen. There's like a nod to Clark Kent, Superman. Ongoing. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this minion to search your deck for a minion of 5 power or more. Play it here as an extra minion and shuffle your deck. So it starts out, you wait a turn, next turn you can get a higher powered guy from your deck. to play. The only thing is if you don't have a high-powered guy, it's not going to work. So who this would work really funny, who this card would work really well with, would be the princesses. Because there's only 5 of them in your deck, I think, 5 or 6, but all of them are level 5s. So you have a much higher chance of drawing one of them. Plus, what you're also going to get with this is a bunch of other level 5 superheroes. So you can change into Awesome Guy. Ongoing, your minions here cannot be destroyed by other players. The Burst. Ongoing, after a minion is played on your base, you may move this minion to there. You got Captain Amazing. Talent, give each of your minions here +1 power till the end of turn. The Mind Lady. Talent, choose another player's minion. That player's minion's abilities are canceled till the start of your turn. So there's a bunch of different heroes. Again, they're all 5s. I think this would be incredibly, might be overpowered even to play with the princesses because you have so many different level 5 guys to choose from. Plus, the princesses seem to work very similar to this, where everyone has different abilities. So here we have some actions. We have Not Really Dead. Place up to 2 minions of 2 power less from your discard pile into your hand. 2 copies of Justice Friends. Each of your minions with a power of 5 or more gain 2 power till the end of turn. My Only Weakness, it's just like Kryptonite. Play on a minion, ongoing. This minion's abilities are cancelled. So this is supposed to be simulating Kryptonite because it's like weakness, red. Also being a comic book geek here is she's a mind power, which is sort of like Professor X, and the red crystal is similar to the crystal gem of Sidorak, which is what Xavier's brother Juggernaut uses. So it's kind of an odd correlation there. I don't know if they meant to do that on purpose, but I do like it. We have the Golden Age, where he's a different costume. Place up to 3 minions. We got 2 copies of that one. Place up to 3 minions from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck, so you get to recycle them old characters. We have our Secret Base, which is kind of like the Bat Cave. Playing a base, ongoing. Your minions here of power 3 or less cannot be destroyed by other players. Radioactive Exposure. That's how you get your powers, right? Destroy one of your minions to search your deck for a minion with more power. Play it there as an extra minion. Shuffle your deck. Expanded Power. Playing a minion. Ongoing. This minion has +1 power and can't be destroyed by other players. And our final one is Sidekick. Choose a base where you have a minion of 5 power or more. Play a minion there of 2 power or less as an extra minion. And then we have Crystal Fortress. So it's just like Superman's Fortress of Solitude. After you play a minion here, you may place a minion from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. And the Converted Cave, nothing but a cave, so Batman's cave. Minions of power 2 or less cannot be destroyed here except by their controller. So the superheroes really play on this. Get your mild-mannered citizen out, use him to summon your level 5 guys super quick or higher if you have them. And they keep kind of recycling them. Put your heroes back in your deck so you can find them again. Put your minions back into play so you can get them again. Definitely an interesting thing. Otherwise, each one has a different power, which again is kind of neat. Alright, so now we're going to get to the sharks, and this is this is Street Sharks. If you're familiar with the old cartoon, which is kind of like the knockoff of the Ninja Turtles, this is what they're kind of referencing in here. So we have the Mako Shark. Special. After you destroy a minion on any base, you may play this minion there as an extra minion. So you destroy a minion, so you defeat something, you get to play another one. We have the Hammerhead Shark. And 3 copies of him. Ongoing, after a minion here is destroyed, puts a +1 power counter on this minion. More power counters. Great White, talent, move this minion to another base and destroy a minion of 2 or power or less there. Just to seek out and destroy minions. These are all about destroying guys, which makes sense. And the Megalodon. You may destroy a minion of 4 power or less here. Special. Before this base scores, you may destroy a minion of 3 power or less. These are all about just seeking out and destroying their prey. So we have Blood in the Water. 2 copies of that. He's after the vampires. Just counting. That's awesome. Playing a base. Ongoing. After a minion is destroyed here, you may play a minion here of 3 power or less as an extra minion. Torn Apart. Zombies. Destroy a minion of power 3 or less and draw a card. Just some chum. Kind of dual word there. Chum being like the fish that's all mixed up. Also, they're comrades, so they're all chums. Playing a minion, ongoing. After a minion is destroyed, place a +1 power counter on this minion. We have the Feeding Frenzy. They're after the Innsmouth, looks like. Choose a base to try any number of minions that are of 2 power or less. The best card ever, the Freaking Laser Beam on my Freaking Shark. Austin Power type reference. Choose one of your minions. Destroy a minion with an equal or lower power at your minion's base. Air Jaws. Move one of your minions to another base. Destroy a minion there of 3 power or less. Dangerous Waters in the aquarium in the office. Choose a base. Choose a minion here. It gets -2 power till the end of turn, because they usually destroy stuff with less power than them. And then our last 2 actions are the Week of Sharks, which are like Shark Week. So there's Dinosaur, Pirate, Alien, Ant. Giant ants, a couple different ones they're taking out. Playing a base. If you have a minion here, draw an extra card at the end of your turn. Use only 1 Week of Shark ability each turn. So they're just all about having power and destroying whatever's in their way. We have the Deep. After you play a minion of 4 power or more here, you may destroy a minion with less power here. And the Shark Reef. After a minion is destroyed here, the player that destroyed it may place a +1 power counter on one of their minions. Definitely cool. And then our final group is the Tornadoes. So this might be the first non-sentient, I guess, group. All the rest of them are like a group of people or monsters. So we have 4 copies of Dust Devil Special. Before a base scores, you may move this minion to there. So this guy gets to move around. Makes sense. It's a tornado. 3 copies of Twister, which has the cow as a reference to the movie. You may move a minion of 3 power or less from here to another base, or from another base to here. Again, these are the shark delivery systems, so they're all going to be about moving stuff around. 2 copies of Cyclones, throwing some sharks around. Talent, move this minion to another base. So this is just to move around a bunch more. And our last one is Monster Tornado, which is a dinosaur, a werewolf, a kitty. Not sure the other thing up there in the corners. But talent, move a minion of 4 power or less from here to another base, or from another base to here. So either you can move yours around to get them somewhere else, or move your opponents away from somewhere. Whatever you need to do. We got action card, Not in Kansas. So there's a house inside an alien space port. Destroy a base and any action played on it or minions there. Replace it with the top card of the base deck. All minions from the original base remain. Pick up. Special, play before base scores. Move a minion from there to another base. Just shovel that alien to a different spot. Ripped off. Transferring action played on a base to another base or a minion to another minion. Over the rainbow. Play before a base scores. Move one of your minions from another base to there. 2 copies of Trade Wings. Choose 2 minions of 3 power or less. Move each one to another base. Gonna throw these again. Gonna throw guys around. We have some Whirlwings. You may move any number of your minions to other bases. Gone with the Wind. Looks like there's a cyborg monkey, a jetpack. After a base scores, you may move one of your minions from there to another base instead of the discard pile. And finally, we have Carried Away. Move a minion to another base. So tornadoes are all about just moving things around, which makes sense. Moving your guys somewhere, moving other guys back. So Trailer Park. After you move a minion here, place +1 counter on it. Or Tornado Alley. At the first time you play a minion here each turn, you may move another minion from here to another base. So this, like the box jokingly says about being a shark delivery system. But realistically, it would work really well with the sharks because the sharks can destroy stuff that are at their location when they're played there or moved there. Probably work well with the dragons because you could get stuff off a base or move stuff to a base so they could do it. Definitely interesting little theme. Gets an extra faction as well. Plus, like I said, all of them do come with them dividers, which you can use. They're just, I showed you the one. I'm not going to pull all of them out. They're all going to be the same idea. But that's, it's your fault. The first fan decided on set. Check back later. Bye.